All right, creative besties, make this princess bow with me. Now, this is a beautiful, fascinating hair accessories that you would love. Now, we're going to be needing some strips, 30 centimeters, two of them. We're going to be needing 9 centimeters, that's another two. We're going to be needing 13 centimeters of one color, one, two, and then another 13 centimeters of another color, just to bring a spice into it. Now let's go. I've already done one part. I'm going to show you how to do the other part. Always, I say, make sure that you always secure the ends of your ribbons with a heat source, lighter, candle, whatever. Now, because we are needing the purple inside, the purple is going to be in while the cream will be out, just like what I did on the first one. So you're going to be folding it into two just so that you can get the middle, and then use your heat source just to get the middle, and then you can use your pin to just hold it in place if you want. This is optional, but just so that you can make sure that you get the middle. I always teach my students like beginners so that you don't have issues when you want to do yours. Now, this is this is another bigger gross grain, which is 4 centimeters, and that's the 9 centimeters in the length. I'm trying to just get the middle, both at the top and the bottom. Can you see? Just at that, I'm going to be showing you why we're getting the middle at that point, and that's because we're going to be folding it in. That's the 9 centimeters into the 13 centimeters that we've got, and then we're going to be making sure that we have an equal and good symmetry. I always tell my students to use their pins at any point that they are in a fix. Yes, always use your pin so that you can get a good symmetry on both the left and the right. Most bows come with both left and right, so you have to make sure that you have a good symmetry on both left and right. Now look closely how I'm doing it. I'm just folding it in like that, and I'm making sure that there is a space of 0.5 centimeters between the purple and the cream. If you can see it really closely, I'm going to be using my heat source to just hold it in place, and I'm going to be using my roller. So it's going to be at 0.5 centimeters difference between the two. And you can see that I'm trying to make sure that they're in good symmetry. Now, this is very important as a creative, to make sure that everything is in good symmetry right from the word go. Now, if you'd like to join my Creative Beads Masterclass, this is starting February. We're going to be learning 50 different types of hair accessories, fabric roses, and fabric accessories. Make sure you just send me a comment, Creative Beads, and I'll send you the link to register. And the classes are fast filling up. So let's go. I'm just trying to make sure that we have a good symmetry on both, and I'm using my pin. And then you're going to be needing your needle and thread, making sure that there's good symmetry, using your ruler to find out and making sure that everything is in place. And then you can use your needle and thread to make sure you pick all the pieces in and out. Now, as you're doing it, you see that there are various pieces of all the different bows at the ends. So make sure you're using your needle and thread to hold all the pieces together. Now, there is one disclaimer. I always tell my students, when you're done with bow on the first side, try to make sure that you pass it back. Now, this is what I mean. I'm going to be passing this back so you can see it really closely. So you make sure you pass it back so that you can have a more secure bow. You can see that. Yeah, I'm just trying to pass it back. Just pass it back through the length of the bow, and then I passed it 3 times at this point, just to make sure that you have a very secure end. And then next thing to do is just to make a knot. Yes, just make a knot, and then we are good to go on that side. We're almost done, my darlings. We are almost done. Right, so the next point of call now, because I've done the other side of the bow, I'm just trying to knit it up. I used another color of thread so that you can really see very well. You just use your hot glue gun to hold it together, both sides. Yes, I've done the other side, so it must look almost the same. And then you hold it together for a while, and after that you're going to be doing the base. Now, the base is just a very simple bow using the longer bow that we cut out initially, which is the 30 centimeters. So all you just need to do is make sure that that holds really well, and then you just do a simple bow. Just make sure that you secure the edges, and just look at how I do it. It's a very simple bow. Yes, just make sure that the allowance, the ends, you leave about 2 centimeters on both sides. Like I said, good symmetry. And if you really want to be sure that you're doing it well, you can use your pin to secure. Never be afraid to use your pin. Use your pins to secure, and then we're going to be folding it, on each other so that we can get the middle. Yes, just use your pin to secure. There is no law that prevents you from using your pin at any point in time. Yes, that's why I tell my students, because I want us to make sure that we make a wonderful bow. Now, I folded it into two, making sure that I get a good symmetry at the middle. Yes, because we're going to be getting stitches in the middle, so make sure that you get the middle, and then we're just going to put in the stitches. You can put about 8 or 9 or 10 stitches depending on you. I think I did about 8 stitches here. Now, what the stitches, as we did, is just to make the stitches and then to gather it up. It's a very beautiful and simple bow. It just requires a little bit of colors just to make it look beautiful, and then your embellishment just has to stand out. And those are the things I'm going to be teaching on the Creative Bees Masterclass, teaching how to combine your colors, teaching you how to put a beautiful embellishment, teaching you how to make your masterpiece just look like actual masterpiece. Yes, that's what I mean. So I'm done with the base. You can see now with this base, you can just always just add the first one you did at the top, and then you can add whatever embellishment you want. You add your clip, and then we are good to go. That's all that we need in this bow. I'm going to be showing you the final product. Again, if you're interested in our Creative Bees Masterclass, send me a DM, Creative Bees, and I'll send you the link to the class. So here is the finished product. Thank you so much for joining me today. Till I see you in my next one. Stay safe, be good. Bye for now.